The following is our disclaimer. Cue the obligatory reggae music, please. Not everything you hear on NUG Life Radio are the views of Envisage Radio or its sponsors or affiliate stations. Sometimes we just make it up as we go and cross our fingers. NUG Life Radio and our affiliates do not condone the use of cannabis in states where it is not legal. Please check with your local state laws to see if cannabis therapy is legal where you live, and make sure you get out and vote if it isn't. And if you remember, NUG Life Radio, we're here for our buds and our listeners. NUG Life Radio is supported by WeedMaps.com, the #1 legal dispensary locator in the country. WeedMaps brings the cannabis community to your PC. WeedMaps.com. NUG Life Radio is supported by Can Originals ENU 420, cannabis therapy without the pleasant side effects. Available at canoriginals.com. NUG Life Radio is supported by CBD Living Water, a slight improvement on Mother Nature. CBD water contains no THC and is legal in all 50 U.S. states. Available at cbdlivingwater.com. NUG Life Radio is supported by California Sap and Achilleos Healing Products. Awarded over 13 highest-ranking trophies from the top cannabis industry events in the nation. Achilleos.com. ACHELOIS.com. NUG Life Radio is supported by iBudTender.com, your own personal bud tender for any of your legal cannabis needs.
Hey, this is Tommy Chong. You're listening to NUG Life Radio.
When people talked about pot, it used to be like, I need some cookies. But not anymore. Now there's NUG Life Radio, the first cannabis education show for the counterculture community, hosted by medicinal Mike Boris and Benji Cooper. Call in live at 760-798-3127. NUG Life Radio. It'll put a smile on your face, and you won't know why.
Everybody, welcome to the NUG Life Radio Show, a higher level of education for the cannabis counterculture community. You're listening to us live on KNSJ 89.1 Descanso FM, San Diego. You can also hear us on KNSJ out in Arizona, K-Boom out there in Vegas. What is it? Vegas.
KSFR.
KSFR. That's what it is. KSFR. 760-798-3127. If you want your voice to be heard for the cannabis community, this is the place to do it. We're the only cannabis education show syndicated on FM in multiple cities, and we're happy to have everybody. If you're watching us, you're watching on NUGLifeTV.com, where we do our replays at. I am your host, cannabis comedian, and I love everything about cannabis because it's awesome. I host stuff. Medicinal Mike here with the NUG News correspondent, as always, Benji Cooper.
What a coincidence. I, too, love all things cannabis.
And Tuesdays, big sexy Dennis Boyver from POW 420, where if you are a prisoner locked up for nonviolent cannabis offenses, these are the guys that get your voice out.
Hi, how are you, or how high are you?
We have a great show today. We're going to have on the show Tisa Bryce. I'll give you a little backstory. Our friend Joe Trevino, I met him out in New Mexico on the Get Lifted tour, had sent me a video between midnight and 2 a.m. For me anyway, is a very sensitive time in the day. And what it showed me is this family and this mom who had twin boys, and one of the boys, a week after birth, had a stroke, and he has palsy and epilepsy, and they're 12 now, so they're twins. And then the other son, both boys are Demarius and Dominique. Demarius goes out, and he's like a professional dancer. Like, I don't know how professional at 12 or lessons, but I mean, the kid is good.
There's some good 12-year-olds out there.
He goes to the mall with his boombox, and he sets it down, and he puts up a sign that says, I'm raising money for my little brother, or my brother, I guess, same brother, it's twins. Right. And he sent me the video. I mean, I spent 4 days crying. It had me reevaluate my life and what's important, because there's a lot of things that I get stressed out about that, in comparison to somebody who is dealing with hurdles like this in their life on a daily basis and still smiling and happy, it just made my problems, seem like nothing, that I just wasn't spending enough time focusing on what's important.
Put things in perspective for you.
So I want to welcome to the show, to the NUG Life radio show, Super Canna Mom, Tisa Bryce. Tisa, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hey, Tisa! And you're calling us from Colorado.
Yep, Denver.
What time is it out there? Like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
It's like tomorrow out there. Tisa, can you tell our audience at home basically your story from your version?
Yeah, well, like you said, they were born very early, the twins, Dominic and Damaris. And after Damaris had his stroke, every year after that, there were new obstacles medically that he had to go through that got worse and worse. And finally, you start having his seizures. They started when he was about 2 or 3, and as they every year passed, they got stronger and stronger. And so now the doctors are like, let's just give him a lot of pharmaceuticals, and we'll try to see if that'll tame it and get them under control, and we'll just go back in and reevaluate things. The same old thing until they basically just making them comfortable. But we've seen the segment on CNN about Charlotte and how CBD is helping her and saving her life. Mm-hmm. So I got on that right away. And it took a long time. I'm sorry, that's Damaris. He hears me speaking. So.
Did you have immediate results using CBD?
It took about a week, I guess, when the Stanley brothers brought a bottle to our house. It took about a week for us to see how the seizures were actually not as much as they were in a day. He was probably having about 10 plus in a day, and you can really tell the difference from the seizures. Not only that, his attitude. He gets really depressed. He starts to hit himself and others, and he stopped doing that. He started getting more happy, yay, and he started eating, taking taste more because he didn't eat by mouth. Now he takes more taste, and he's just doing a lot different since, we've been giving it to
he's
him.
Actually tasting food now orally?
Orally, and he used to do it, and he stopped after the seizures came through, and now that, he's tried this oil, I get the blender going, and he gets puree, and he tastes, it's not a big bowl, but probably a couple of teaspoons, and that's awesome compared to nothing.
Right. And has he tried chocolate chip ice cream? Because I know that works for me every time.
Okay, no, but I will try that for him, though.
Seems to be the wonder cure at my house. So, how does this affect? I'm sorry, Demarius is the one dancing out at the mall.
Dominic. Is, actually.
So, how does this affect Dominic's? He seems very adult, mature. He's really got a grasp on life.
Yeah, he's very different than a lot of 12-year-olds. And since his brother goes through so much, it's almost like he can be the big brother or even sometimes the only child. It could feel for him. And when both him and I went to the doctor, and the doctor was telling us this bad news, and we decided that, we're going to go in and get the oil, but how? It's so much money. So I said, okay, I'm going to cook dinners, I'm going to braid hair, I'm going to do all this stuff. And he was like, well, Mom, I can dance, and I want to go out there and help my brother. I can go downtown and dance, I can go to school and dance, whatever. And the way that it's affected him is really nice. His thing is I just don't want anybody to make me famous, Mom. I just want my brother to dance next to me. And that makes me look up to him really big.
Yeah, that makes a lot of people look up to him. And his dancing skills are when he's like, hey, I don't want to be famous, that's because he could easily be famous. That kid can dance. I didn't know you had that many joints in your body. I saw just a little clip, and I'm sitting there for a half an hour trying to do my shoulders.
Pop and lock.
He was pop locking, everything was moving, and I was like, wow, look at this kid go. And then the news, did the news crew took notice? I fell upon you through Joe Trevino, Charlo Green, are good friends of mine. But the news had done a beautiful story on your family that is viral.
The local news did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the local news here caught us at the mall, and they did a story on the twins, and I was just really proud of the situation because how can I begin? People don't understand that there are real people out there going through real life stuff. People aren't just begging and doing all that. If they stop and look and listen and understand, they can see that people are doing certain things for a reason. And it took us years to get help. It took me years to get help for Damaris, for people to recognize us, because they thought we were just typical and we're just out here begging. And when the news finally came out and did that story with the boys, it helped so much. It changed this whole family's life as far as Damaris is concerned, because this house gets lit up. Damaris is the boss. When he wants it now. And, you got to move fast. But, I mean, this whole thing has totally changed our lives and the dynamics of our household. It's been such a blessing for Charlo to be in our lives, Joe, the news, now you, Michael. It's just been an overwhelming blessing.
Now, Tisa, most people will think you're in Denver, and for those of us who have never been there, and we thought that Denver is just giving away free weed and CBDs, and it's the motherland right now for cannabis. But it's not actually like that, is it?
No, not at all. No. There are some people who cut our story that tried to help, and we've tried some things. Some oils worked, some didn't. And a lot of people, I wish there were people out there just said, here, take it. If there was, then we didn't have to go on the corner of the street holding up signs, But it's not like that here in Denver. You have to have money to get what you want, especially that marijuana.
Well, the good news is there's a big community out here. We're going to take a quick break, Tisa. We're going to come back, and we have a list of people that have actually done exactly that and just said, here, take it. And we're going to find out what works, and a lot of them have offered to get you monthly regimens of whatever you need, cost-free. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and we'll tell you more. We're going to learn more about Tisa Bryce and her amazing boys. And you're listening to NUG Life Radio. And it's on 89.1 KNSJ, 760-798-3127. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more from Tisa Bryce. Stay tuned.
Everybody claps their hands. Over steamrolls, your team holds Coke cans. Some of my grands, pandagrams, Latin travel plans. Flowing hits through fans, tsunami mama jams, until they lift the bands. Jail cells stay crammed and everybody join hands. This shotgun's for you, you know what to do. Pass the joint 1, 2. No desire to stop, I burn the crop around the clock. When my eyes bloodshot, to my dealer, thanks for Dylan. Dylan, thanks for Dylan. Dylan. Everybody must get slow.
This DJ's so funky, man.
Some people call it weed, some people call it dope, some people call it blow, some people call it kaya, some people call it blaze, some people call it pot, some people call it slice, some people call it ganja. India hen you smoking, sipping Benylin, beef pudding. Lord have mercy, sense he got me on feeling irate. So roll it, light it, drag it, pass me the killer. It's one love when we smoking it together. Marijuana, it's so addictive, you don't wanna let it go. Marijuana, it's so addictive, you don't wanna let it go. Marijuana, it's so addictive, you don't wanna let it go. Marijuana, it's so addictive. addictive, you don't wanna let it when the cloud up on your lips, make your eye go dirty. That's when you feeling fly, you wanna touch the sky. Hunger appetizer, sex drive energizer, laughter hypnotizer, dreadlock fertilizer. If you do smoky bowl, you gotta be careful or you go. You gotta take it slow and don't let the police know. And there's so many people it give them inspiration. So many people it make them lose concentration.
Hey, this is Spanky Hayes, and you're on the radio right now with Thug Life. Thug Life.